All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Row of Gilead here with a huge update to Marvel Strike Force, and most specifically in influencing the rate at which you can unlock legendary characters and the requirements with which to do so. For a lot of more veteran players, like my main account, this is going to help you clean up stuff that you didn't have finished. I finished on my main account Phoenix, and I finished Star-Lord and Jubilee and a couple other ones yesterday. But the real huge stuff here is how accessible all of these heroes and legendary characters have now become. So what we're going to do in this video, we're going to review what the old requirements were versus what they are now, and then we're going to talk about the best teams to get them unlocked as early as possible. So we're on my free-to-play account. It has only been active for 28 days. It has not even hit a full month yet, and we're going to get almost all of these legendaries unlocked right now. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go in order of importance. So this way you know like what is going to be the most effective in making your roster function the way you want it to versus what's currently happening in the meta of Marvel Strike Force right now, December of 2023. So first most important, and one I could not wait to do on stream, was Doc Ock. Doc Ock used to require only X-Force characters. Now he requires X-Force, Wave 1 Avenger, or Defender. He is also, the Sinister and Superior 6 are the #1 team for use this Cosmic Crucible season. So he's huge. He's very, very big deal. And the fact that you can farm Wave 1 Avengers very, very easily makes him very doable. Wave 1 Avengers and the Defenders, honestly. So, like, we used in our team, you know, we've got Cap, Hulk, right? Actually, I'll show you guys that on my roster screen here real quick, because the second one we're going to talk about is Nick Fury. Especially if you start in November time, you have a bunch of the invaders. Useful for an early game raid team. He buffs up a lot of your shield agents that you can use, or shield characters that you can use for things like Iron Man or other in-game events. But if you started in November, he's going to be your second most important. Magneto will be your third. Nick Fury used to be just Kree minions. Now he is cosmic villains or heroes for hire, so we get a little overlap with the heroes for hire and the defenders, because they have a couple units that overlap, most notably Iron Fist and Luke Cage. So before we jump in to do Luke Cage and Magneto, let me just show you what those teams look like in our handy dandy roster. So if we go over, I'm using my tower tab right now because there's no tower running. So this was the team we used for Doc Ock here on the top, right? Obviously, they just changed these requirements, so I would have, you know, farming as a newer character, you know, all of these characters are very easily accessible. You know, Black Widow's Villains, Chapter 1-9, Hawkeye's Heroes, Chapter 1-9, Nexus, Chapter 1-3 for Cap. Luke Cage is in the Blitz store. You can start getting him right off rip with Blitz credits. And then Hulk is your achievements you get by playing the game. And again, he's at 4 stars, haven't even been playing for a month. So really good shape for the Doc Ock grind. And that gives you a really strong villain team to use for your villains nodes. So I don't think there's any dispute, any content creator out there, mobile gamer, Valley Flying. This is what they're going to tell you to use. I don't want to put words in their mouths, but this is pretty common sense. If you're starting off, go for Doc Ock. He's going to be a huge boon for you. This is a accessible cosmic villain / defender team. You're going to get characters like Loki and Hela, but the problem with them is they're not easily farmable. These characters, on the other hand, are easily farmable. You can farm all of these characters either through the campaign or through the Blitz store. So if you're trying to unlock Nick Fury early, this is another good one. All right, and then lastly, before we move ahead, Brotherhood and X-Men characters for Magneto. That requirement didn't change, but he's now a 2-star unlock. When you, if you remember, if you watched our YouTube video on calendars and new player calendars, which we will tag in the card up in the top right of the screen, you'll know that you are given in your first few weeks Cyclops and what's her face here, Psylocke at 2 stars. Also, if you watched our code video, tag up above, you get Gambit for free at 3 stars. So basically they give you 3 characters for this team right off rip. Right now, Nightcrawler is a new character added to the game for purchase. If you are a brand new character playing this in the month of December, spend your cores on Nightcrawler. You only need him at 1 or 2 stars. He's a 1-star unlock at 15. If you have the ability to use your new player cores, use about 1,200 of them on Nightcrawler. That's a huge deal. If not, there's a lot of other X-Men like Wolverine and Iceman that you are given both by playing the game daily and from the calendars that you can plug in place of him as well. And then I have Sunfire down here at the end. It's important to note that out of these characters, Sunfire, Gambit, and Psylocke are all used to unlock Apocalypse later in the game. So building them up early for this event is going to be super duper helpful. And then we'll come back to the rest of these as we go through their events. But let's go knock out our first 2 legendary events. Get our characters. Oops, I need to hit settings. Get our first 2 characters unlocked here. So we already did. Again, I could not wait. I could not be bothered to be patient. I did my Doc off stream yesterday. Nick Furious is next. We don't care about the story. So this is the team I'm actually going to use because I have Kang and Hela. But they're not easy to farm their stars early game. So that's why we showed off those 3 Kree minions and the 2 heroes for hire in the list there. Because those are going to be the quickest way to get Nick Fury unlocked by farming. All right. Yeah, this is going to be fun. We want Yondu out first because he's going to summon in a bunch of dudes. But it's going to be a cakewalk because of Kang. We are a little overpowered. The intro missions are not hard. Like, most of these intro missions I feel like could be done at level 1. We're not level 1, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like, as soon as you unlock them, if you have the characters, they don't need to be a high level to do these. I like having mine at a higher level just because you fly through it faster. You're not waiting around. That was a thick Drax there. Yay, excellent work. All right. Yeah, I'll let you guys play the story. We're just trying to cruise through this vidya, get our characters unlocked. All right, all right, all right. Come on, load faster. 2 stars, 3 stars. We might be able to get a 3-star one. No, Iron Fist and Luke Cage. Let's drop Iron Fist for Loki. Yeah, we'll get Luke Cage 3-star by tomorrow. We'll come back and get our 3-star. Yeah. No, I didn't want him though. I want Luke Cage. All right, cruising along. We're going to review all of the unlock requirements at the end of the video. So if you're still watching, you do not want to watch me unlock all these characters, just go to the timestamps at the bottom in the description. They will, they'll give you the breakdown of all the unlock changes and stuff. Honestly, it's probably auto on this. All right. I mean, it's free basically, which is fun. The nicest part about this is going to give a lot of new player characters access to some really strong units. They're going to make blasting through the campaigns and succeeding in game modes like Blitz and Arena a lot easier. A lot easier. So, I mean, the primary takeaway from doing this should absolutely be, hey, get these good characters ASAP so that you can continue to push forward in other game modes, right? That's your number one priority, okay? Number one priority. So I think we'll do here, now you guys see how easy it is, right? And if I was farming my Luke Cage, we'd have a Mega Orb to open later on stream, but it's not the case. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to cut this video down right about here, okay? We're going to get our boy Nick Furious recruited. Very cool. So friends, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put this here for you now so that you guys can just dip out if you don't want to watch me unlock the rest of these. But some takeaways you should know here, okay? The order in which you should be unlocking these characters. Doc Ock first, every single time, right? His Sinister Six is very easy to farm. Wave 1 Avengers for him is very easy to farm. Plus, he's going to help you with the villain campaigns. Plus, he's meta in Cosmic Crucible and War. Easily the best early legendary character. If you joined in the month of November, and you got a bunch of the Invaders, you'll want to go for Nick Fury next. If not, you want to go for Magneto. We already kind of talked about his roster lineup, so I won't beat a dead horse there. After Magneto, it's kind of a toss-up between Star-Lord and Invisible Woman, because you need both of them for the Nowhere heist. Star-Lord's unlocks. He now unlocks at 2 stars, and it went from just Guardians or Ravengers to now you can use any Cosmic Heroes or Ravengers, so that opens that up a lot. Same thing with Invisible Woman. She was always Sinister Six. They added Mercenaries, but Sinister Six is so meta and so easy right now that that's going to be a freebie for you. Now, here's the thing. Shuri is a little further down our list as far as unlocking importance goes. However, she requires Spider-Verse, and Sinister Six are all Spider-Verse. So by leveling up your Sinister Six, you're essentially able to take care of both Invisible Woman and Shuri here at the same time. After Invisible Woman, in order of importance, you would go Jubilee next. She is any tech hero or the PIM characters, the PIM Tech Squad. Now, the problem with Tech Hero is they're not a lot available early game. I couldn't even make a full roster team for them. But what I can tell you, some good choices to keep your eyes peeled for as you begin to unlock them. Agent Coulson, Rescue, Kestrel, Kate Bishop, Misty Knight, Shuri, and Star-Lord. So you can use 2 of your other legendary unlocks you're working on to push you through Jubilee. Then after Jubilee, importance-wise, you would go to Shuri. Then Phoenix. Phoenix hers from Mystic Villain Controllers to now it's just Mystic Controllers. It's not a huge list, but, it's better than it was. She is not super useful, in my opinion, for new players. She has no place in the meta right now. She isn't really great for efficiency in arena. She's a passion project character, honestly. If you're going to go for Phoenix, just do her in the background as a passion project. And then last, but certainly the least, is going to be Iron Man. Unfortunately, his raid team that they put him on is already rotated out of the meta. He is not very strong all around. You need shield characters to unlock him, which you can use some shield characters, and we'll pop back to the roster here real quick. If we pull up the roster, I have a shield team. Now, the only saving grace for him is that he's actually very easy to unlock, right? Like, all these characters are early game farmable. There's somebody else you can swap in here if you wanted to, but they're harder to farm early game. Same though, like Wave 1 Avengers for our Doc Ock unlock. The reason Thor isn't on here, even though you're given Thor pretty early, is because he's not farmable until way later. So that's something always to keep in mind. Like, there are other characters that are better stat-wise you can use, but if you're trying to bang these out quick, these are probably some of the best units you can focus on until obviously you get better things to replace them. So Cosmic Heroes, this is our Cosmic Hero team right here. We'll use to unlock Star-Lord at 2 stars. Sinister Six, obviously going to push for, Invisible Woman and Shuri with these characters. This is my Mystic Controllers right now, right? You don't have a lot of options early game. So, do your best. But again, Phoenix is kind of a non-issue. Same thing with Shield. You're going to level up a lot of these characters in pursuit of Doc Ock. So, bringing up 1 or 2 extra Shield units just so that you can get Iron Man unlocked if you're a big Iron Man fan is okay. But honestly, these last 2 teams here corresponding to Phoenix and Iron Man, those aren't really a priority. Those are more like passion projects. So with that being said, friends, we're going to continue to unlock the characters here on stream. However, if you want to dip out of the video because, you just wanted the meat and potatoes, now is the time. But before you do so, please make sure you leave a like and comment, subscribe if you're so inclined. All those things really help us build this channel, help put this useful information out there. And then also on top of that, if you have fun and you want to see us do this more regularly, give us a follow over on Twitch. So that being said, we're going to jump in. We're going to unlock the rest of these legendaries now. But if you're taking off, don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, share, all the fun metrics. Help me out. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.